Well, David King, who's on sits here, I think.
He does sometimes.
And talks a lot. He's on 700,000. He said he should be on 700,000 if you don't mind. Over there in Perth, West Coast going along nicely. They're building. And well done to Harrison Jones, and that rising star.
My guy,
Your
I told you this weeks ago. I might have called him the wrong name and called him Luke Jackson.
$9.50 if you don't mind, Daisy.
That is nice and fat and juicy.
G'day punters, welcome to Chewing the Fat, Billy Brownless and the birthday boy, Daisy Thomas. How'd you go? Did you get any good presents?
I got some great presents, Bill, but my best presents is your presents today. So
I love it.
Does that make sense?
It does,
yeah.
And these games of footy we're about to have a look at. What about this to kick off round 15, the blockbuster?
Oh.
Brisbane taking on the Cats up there at the Gabba. This will be a beauty,
It
my
will
friend.
be an absolute cracker. I like the Putty Cats here, 2.15. Their last 2 weeks have been fantastic against Port Adelaide and the Dogs. Port Adelaide, that win over there when they had to fly in, sleeping under tables,
yes,
kicking the 3 goals in under a minute. And then, of course, on this last week just gone, I should say, the Dogs, they got them after the bell.
They were lucky.
Gary Rowan, magic.
Twice now he's done it after the siren. They were lucky. No Mitch Duncan, of course, who's a very important player for that Cats midfield. And Joel Selwood, he's copped some criticism this week.
He has. He's now being called a dirty player, which I just like the way he goes about his business. It's amazing how we just carry on in this day and age. He just gets it done. He's hard. We all know that. He does whatever it takes to win within the rules most of the time. He got a fine, so I think we just leave it at that and move on. Yeah,
you got to play on the edge, exactly like Toby Green, I would have thought. So that's when they play their best footy. I'm going with the Cats in this one also. So the Cats there at $2.15. What about Friday night footy?
Ooh.
Both sides coming off a bye here. The Tigers taking on the Saints at the MCG.
Well, we don't know what we're going to get from the Saints, do we, Bill? Their best is okay, and at the minute their worst is absolutely insipid.
That's right.
$4.50 for them. I don't know. If they show up, it could be a game.
Yeah, well, you don't know. That's the thing,
That's
do you?
the thing.
And Jaron Geary, their co-captain, out for the year, of course, hasn't played for a while now, but he's out for the year. But you're right, if they show up and do something, just give something. But you'd think Richmond at the MCG with maybe half their supporters there.
Hopefully they can get a crowd in there to watch the Tigers do what I will think will be a fair old demolition job on the Saints.
Yes, I think Richmond for I tell you what, this game I'm looking forward to. The Bombers taking on Melbourne, of course. And the Bombers are flying. They've won 4 out of their last 5. That loss that they had was against Richmond,
Tigers,
if you don't mind. Melbourne, they've had a nice break. They've had a weekend off. They probably needed that. They'll bounce back. They're a very good side. But what do you do with Jake Stringer? Do you sign him up, and how much is he worth?
Well, what he did on the weekend, he's worth an absolute ton of cash, Bill. He was so good. Best player on the ground by an absolute mile. Good that they've signed Merritt. That's a good vote of confidence. They've got Parrish and Stringer to go next. Who do you sign first?
Well, I think I sign...
Surely the package.
Stringer.
Yes.
Well, David King, who's on sits here, I think.
He does sometimes.
And talks a lot. He's on 700,000. He said he should be on 700,000 if you don't mind. Kingy knows.
Kingy does know.
Yeah. So what do you reckon?
That's probably what he'll get. So I think it'll be competitive, but I think the D's, if they're going to be as good as we think they are and as they have been after a bye, I think they'll come out and win this one and win it pretty well.
Top of the tree they are. 4 points clear, so they need to stay up there.
They do.
And well done to Harrison Jones, that rising star.
My guy, I told you this weeks ago. I might have called him the wrong name and called him Luke Jackson, who is also proving to be a star and got the rising star.
And playing against him.
Yes, so there you go. I've given you 2 of the young guns of the competition. They've both got rising stars.
Well, next game, thanks, Daisy. West Coast Eagles taking on the Western Bulldogs. Another cracker of a game. I'm looking forward to this. Over there in Perth, West Coast going along nicely. They're building. And the Dogs were very unlucky last weekend.
They were unlucky, the Doggies, and we are expecting the Eagles to get a few back as well. We can't guarantee that, but all word out of the West is that they will get some people back. The Doggies here sitting second on the ladder and outsiders in this one. Obviously, the Optus Stadium factor there. I think I like the Doggies there.
Yeah, they've been over there for a week, so they've acclimatised. So I like the Doggies. I'm with you. And what about this? The segment you've all been waiting for. Daisy, what did you do?
Oh, well, I tell you what, Bill, the skinny went off last week. The punters have rejoiced. The inboxes on Twitter, they've lit up. Everyone's pumped with old Daisy boy. So I've doubled down on the combined points margin again. I've got Melbourne, Richmond, Port Adelaide, all to win by a combined 68 plus points. You can have $4.75. It's not that skinny this week, though.
Well, I'm going with the Cats to win, outsiders.
Yes.
Western Bulldogs to win, outsiders. And Ollie Wines, Lloyd, Miller and Zach Merritt to combine for 120 or more disposals. $9.50 if you don't mind, Daisy.
That is nice and fat and juicy.
That's all we've got time for, Daisy. We're going so well too. I'll catch you tomorrow night.